I always prescribe to the idea that the everyday concealed carrier, everyday patriot person should always be able to outperform a federal agent in terms of handling a firearm. With the rise of Donald Trump again taking office here pretty soon, if you have any amount of blood in you that's not American, you better be ready to outperform these standards right here. We are going to be doing the I.C.E. standards, the Border Patrol, whatever you want to call them, the pistol standards that they go by to make sure that we are nice and safe and our cats are safe from being eaten. I have the drills and the qualifications on my phone, and we're going to be going through that. We're going to be going through, it's shot timer, it's timed and everything like that. It's a pretty cool drill. It actually seems pretty useful to be going with. I have it on my phone right here. So the first drill is...
Go back to your country.
Oh, geez. Oh my God, Google. What is wrong with you?
Go back to your country.
Stop. What are you doing?
Go back to your country.
This is my country.
Go back to your country.
Cut it real quick. Okay, so the first drill, sorry about that, is at 1.5 yards. That's weird. 6 rounds total, strong hand only from the holster, using the bent elbow position with the support arm and hand placed against the upper center line of the officer's chest. On command, the shooter will draw and fire 1 round in 2 seconds and then reholster. Draw and fire 2 rounds in 2 seconds and reholster, and then draw and fire 3 rounds. Wait a minute. Oh, 1 round, holster, 2 seconds, and then 2 rounds in 2 seconds, and then 3 rounds in 3 seconds. So this is 3 different drills, all from shooting from your hip, essentially. So I'm gonna get this set up. I'm not really a fan of shooting in this kind of position, just because it's, you're not really using your sights, but we'll go ahead and give it a shot. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's count it out. That's 4 feet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice little cone. So that's me. I'm gonna keep my hands way out of the way. It says put it on the chest, I'll do that, but that's me shooting and doing that. So let's see what we can get. 2 seconds. So, all right. .1 1.54 seconds. Sorry, it's like really cold, so my hands are freezing, and it's 35 degrees, so it's not that bad, but I've been out here for a second. My hands are not doing too well. So next is doing, what did it say, 2 rounds? So yeah, it's 1 round, 2 rounds, then 3 rounds. Yeah. So all at 2 seconds. So let's see what we got here with 2 rounds. Now I don't know what kind, that was 182, sorry. I don't know what kind of target they're using, so I don't know if a C is in the realm or not. Maybe it's like the bottle FBI or not, but I'm just gonna consider that being out. You know, I'm not using my sights, so what do you expect? But I know if this was a Chinese immigrant coming through the Mexican border for some reason, he wouldn't be creating secret police forces in Colorado and all these other states, allegedly. All right, let's do 3 shots at 2 seconds again. See how we do here. I pushed it at 182 on the 2 rounds, so let's see what 3 rounds puts me at. So, all right. .193, and that was absolutely perfect. That was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So let's go ahead and
go back to your country.
God. Okay. 3 yards. We are going back to 3 yards. Bam. So 3 yards, we're going to be using 2 hands from the holster, point, shoulder, shooting, referencing sights, so just normal shooting. On command, the shooter will draw and fire 3 rounds in the chest of the target in 3 seconds and reholster. And then draw and fire 3 rounds in 3 seconds to the chest, and reholster. Yeah, so just 3 to the chest in 3 seconds twice. They really go above and beyond at making it as like flowery as a explanation as possible. But I respect the grind, dude. 3 seconds, 3 shots, center mass, 3 seconds from concealment. I don't know if they are from concealment or not. I don't even know if they use red dots. Maybe I'm playing unfair here, but I think these are pretty cool drills so far. All right, that was 229. Let's do that one more time and make sure I got enough rounds. Ooh, yeah, I got just enough actually. I'll have 1 extra. Okay, so that was 229. That was a pass, all in the box. Do it again. That was 233. So that was me really keeping a good cadence there. I wasn't pushing it too hard, so I felt actually pretty good about that. I'll probably have to switch my mag out. Let's see what we got on this next journey here. 6 yards, oh no, 7 yards, I'm sorry. So I'm at 9, so we're going to 7. So my feet are like literally 12 inches. So I have a pretty good, I don't know. So 6 rounds altogether. This is a body armor and cover drills, 2-handed shooting using sights. So I'm assuming this is a Mozambique. On command, the shooter will draw and fire 2 rounds to the chest of the target and 1 round to the head of the target in 5 seconds, and assume high search position from high search to aim position. What are we doing here? Okay, on command, the shooter will draw and fire 2 rounds to the chest of the target and 1 round to the head of the target in 5 seconds. And assume a high search position from high search, move to an aimed in position and fire 2 rounds to the chest of the target and 1 to the head of the target in 4 seconds. At the end of the stage, the 2 headshots must be in the 5 ring area for each to count as 5 points. So I'm gonna take that. I don't have someone running my shot timer, so I'm gonna say it's 1 drill Mozambique from concealment in 5 seconds, and then a Mozambique from a high ready in 4 seconds. We'll do that. And that might be cheating, but that's fine. We're all right with that. Okay, so we're at 7 yards. Ooh, man, I'm starting to feel it in my hands. Okay, so let's get a new mag in and see what we got. So 5 seconds, 2 to the body, 1 to the head, and then we'll move on from that. All right, let's go. Oh, body was in, headshot was most certainly out. I did a good old Donald Trump to him. I nicked his ear. So let's go ahead and change this around to 4 seconds to do the high ready Mozambique. That I believe that's what it's doing. So we'll come out, just kind of do like a search. That's kind of what they were wanting to do. So we'll do 4 seconds there. Ooh. 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 That was 307. And that was also redemption for me for fucking up that first headshot. So I guess I can't be an ICE agent. Shame. Shame. Okay, at 7 yards again, we're doing 12 rounds total, one-handed shooting. Oh, brother. On command, the shooter will draw and fire 3 rounds using both hands, and then transfer the weapon to the strong hand only and fire 3 rounds in 10 seconds. Holster and perform a magazine exchange. They are really wordy with this shit. Okay, let's do that first. So 10 seconds. We'll draw and fire 3 rounds with both hands, and we'll switch to strong hand and do 3 rounds again, all in 10 seconds. All right. Let's do that, then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so. Woo! 9.62, and I had a malfunction. Where is that round? I had to tap and rack. So, not sure what that was. That was my single-handed shooting. Maybe I was limp wristing it. I didn't think I was. But yeah, 9.62, I actually passed that. I was all in, and I even had a malfunction. So maybe that would overlook the headshot and get me in there. So, holster and perform a second mag exchange, 7-round mag. Place the 5-round magazine in your pouch. Draw and fire 3 rounds using both hands, and then transfer to the weapon to the support hand only and fire 3 rounds in 10 seconds. So I can do the same thing, but with my weak hand. Let me make sure I have enough rounds. Yes, I do. Okay, so same thing again, 10 seconds, 3 center mass, and then switch over to 3 weak hand only. Let's see what we can do here. Hopefully I don't get a malfunction, because I don't know how I can do it with I should have done a strong hand only reload where you like rack it off your belt. I should have done that, but that would have been definitely over 10 seconds there. So you get what you get. All right. I had another malfunction, man. 10-4-6. But I failed that. I think I broke a line, and I was over time on that one with the malfunction, so it's not as cool. Going to 15 yards, 2-hand shooting from the standing and kneeling position. On command, the shooter will draw and fire 6 rounds from standing position in 10 seconds. 6 rounds. Move to a kneeling position, the slide lock to the rear, and after the 6 seconds are fired, drop the magazine. When the command is given, is diminish. Shooter performs an emergency reload with an 11-round magazine and shoots 5 seconds. Shoots. What are we doing? Okay, so it's 6 rounds in 10 seconds, and then you reload, not timed. Emergency reload, not timed, and then you do 10 seconds again, 6 rounds from kneeling at 15 yards. So this is 7. So we'll go. All right, so now we're going to be doing
your country.
We're going to be doing 6 rounds, and then in 10 seconds, 6 rounds in 10 seconds, center of mass at 15 yards here, and I'm going to be doing an emergency reload, untimed it says, dropping down to my knee, and then starting up the timer again for another 6 rounds at 10 seconds. So let's go ahead and start that right now. All right, that was 7:40, and I'm gonna start it again and get my knee off this fucking ground as soon as possible. All right, that looks nice and all in there. Pretty sick. So next we're going to be moving to the last, drills. There's 2 of them at 25 yards. We're going to be doing that, but we need to set up some barricades first. So let's go ahead and do that. So for barricades, we have barrels, but it's really fucking cold. So I'm not going to wheel a bunch of metal barrels over here because they're like freezing and my hands are already like ice. So we're gonna be using a nice trusty tripod at the 25-yard line. So what we're gonna be doing is I'm gonna be starting out in front of the barricade at the beep. I'm gonna run back behind it, and we're gonna be doing 2 rounds on the right side of the barricade, 2 rounds at 25 yards, and then drop down to kneeling and do 2 more in 20 seconds. So, and that the only other drill after that is going to be doing the same exact drill, but from the left side of the barricade. So we are essentially on the last drill here. And I think this is actually a pretty good drill. Even if this isn't like the official ICE pistol qualification, which I'm pretty sure it is, this is actually a pretty good, it's got a lot of stuff. It's got distance, it's got time, it's got quite a lot of different shooting. So I'm gonna kind of just stand in front of this and let's go ahead and stop talking and get this going. So 2 and 2, 20 seconds. That was 14.31. That seemed, how's it look?
You got one outside on the upper right.
Yeah, that'll do it, bub. Yeah. Okay, so I missed one there. So that's...
And to be fair, we don't even know if these are the proper targets or not.
Yeah, I don't know if these are... I know the FBI uses like the bowling pin bulbous ones. They're bigger than the A zones that we're using on here. We're definitely not using the right targets. It's just I'm not buying specific targets for whatever agency. I know a lot of like the FBI, the ATF, like all these different federal organizations use very similar targets. So I'm just gonna assume that it's out because, you know, I just go by what's realistic to me, and that's like the A zone, which is right around here, and like the organs and whatnot. So it's kind of going to the standards that we should be going by. But anyways, we're gonna be doing the same exact thing from barricade, get behind barricade from the left side of cover, concealment, whatever you want to call it, 20 seconds. So let's do that again. Last one. That one fell out. That one fell out.
Yeah. Yep.
That was 1267. Yeah. As you could see, this first out was when we were doing the Mozambique drills. That was my first headshot, and then I kind of did a little redemption there. I don't know how ICE feels about that, but I think everyone deserves a second chance. My other ones that are out, this was my first 25-yard drill right here. And then these were the ones that I was doing on the left. One of these was a line break, and then the other one was there. I really dropped the ball in that very last drill that we did. I kind of did a weird thing to where like I went down and I kind of shot like this for some reason, because I was trying to get underneath this. because it was sitting there. And I was just, so I kind of did this for a second, and I was like, what am I doing? This is some weird like crouching, I don't know. But so I did the first round like that, and I popped up. So that might have kind of tripped me up a little bit mentally. But, you know, in all honesties, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of the 50. I don't know how that shapes up. I was on time with everything. The only thing I missed was just like the A zone boxes. But you know, it really depends, because I'm just going by this A zone as like the hitters, like this A zone and that A zone. But if we're talking about Charlies, then they're all in, you know, except this obviously. But if we're talking about like getting Charlies, like I got a line break at worst. So I guess it really depends on how big the target is that you're using. So this is just like the normal USPCA, USPSA, IPSC target that we use. But yeah, I think it was a really good drill. I think it's something, I think coming out here and spending 50 rounds doing that, it's pretty good. I mean, it covered a lot of ground, covered a lot of distance. It's timed. Definitely do drills that are timed, unless they're like really marksman level stuff to where you're doing like really fine tuning, small target stuff. Do time, you know, add some stress to it. So yeah, I give it a thumbs up, man. If you're illegal or if you're not American or something, definitely watch out, because they're doing good work, man. So, all right, cool.